Friends of our channel and YouTubers, welcome. Answers of an alien from Andromeda, 43 video, June 3, 2011. Question: a mate asks, the Hopi spoke of a blue Kashina and a red Kashina. Could you infer which planetary body is which, if you have such knowledge? And even though I'm not a Christian myself, the Bible talks about 3 days of darkness, when the sun is eclipsed, and then rises on the opposite side of the sky. Does this have anything to do with the dwarf star being aligned with the Earth and Sun around September, and the pole shift? Mate, from 25, 26 and September 27th, eclipses can occur caused by the passage of dwarf star between Earth and Sun. With respect to color, it is you can call to blue, even before it get near the Sun, in late August, and after passing the Sun will be with the reddish color, by increasing the activity of emission of energy caused by solar flares, that will follow toward it. Your Sun reacts to foreign bodies, trying to push them with his bursts. It may be that what you are talking about, the angle of the geographical axis of the planet, might change with this approach, so, if it occurs, the Sun may rise in other parts of your horizon, demonstrating that change the axis of rotation of the planet. The axis of your magnetosphere should be reversed only during the next year. Question: the Good asks, Mithy, do you know which language will be dominant on Earth after big cleaning? And can you tell me which part of the Earth is inhabited by the most of this 10 of proper frequency people? Good. The final language will develop between the ethnic groups that make up your society, of the inhabitants of planet Earth. It's probably a mixture of your English, with Latin languages. The unit of measurement is the decimal, to be in line with the system of measures aliens. Colonies will survive in different parts of the globe. There are elements in the correct range of frequency in all cases, but 60% of them will be in the Americas and Europe. The other 40% are scattered across the other remaining ethnic groups. Should remain embodied, approximately 320 million Earthlings, and about another 300 million will be reincarnated on Earth, by 2050. In 2050, the planet's population will be approximately 560 million Earthlings. That average will be kept stable during this next era. Question: Bill T asks, Mithy, have you ever heard about stasis? A concept about placing all predetermined life to remain on Earth, humans which have correct aura of karma resolved, in a sort of frozen state, to ride out the big changes. Once things settled down, lithoforms would be revived to carry on? Not Bill T, this will not happen. The societies that will survive will have to experience this transition, to grow spiritually with it. These will have the responsibility to pass this experience to your future generations, and will be the link between two eras, shall be well awake to undertake this historic responsibility. You will be the phoenix, that will rise from the ashes to a glorious new life. Question: a mate asks, why the other aliens such like the Greys, or another humanoids have the closest anatomy structure like human, exactly like our chimps? It is very interesting in fact that our biology history, that from primitive morphology structure to the more developed, how they got the same structure like our chimps, or why chimps got the same anatomy like them. Mate, chimpanzees, gorillas and orangutans, great apes are races that have formed from random development. They never will have individual intelligences, unless they were genetically manipulated. The humanoids of our brain were created by genetic testing for hundreds of billions of years, and genetically driven brain activation generated the rational individuals. These experiences of genetic mutation were made in various types of humanoid beings, and now we have developed in different species, each adapted to its specific region in the galaxies where they were developed. The greys, dolphins, among dozens of other variations humanoid, has the characteristics of the medium where they were developed. The reptilians also have several variations of species. You will see insects as intelligent as us, as well as plants that interact among themselves, and with the environment. Question: Epionic asks, Mythi, how can you make prove that you are indeed an alien? Epionic, how do you prove you're a terrain? I am not worried about proving my existence, nor where I come, do I simply exchange ideas with you. Do not want to be another of the many prophets that you already have. I am simply a friend who is in a better angle to see things that matter to you at the moment. It's a good experience for me to share some knowledge with this new colony. I'm happy with that possibility. Do not worry about who I am, worry of knowing enough to know who you are. Question: Boris asks, what is the maximum level of being? 10? 20? What is happening when highest level is reached? Do you unite with God? Has any race yet achieved maximum level, or not yet? On which level is your race? Boris, there are 10 levels predefined in the third dimension. After the 10th, you enter the fourth dimension where there are over 10 levels predefined. My race is on level 5 passing for 6. Already there are many races in the fourth dimension, with a high level of light. We have no idea how many levels are needed to one day find the person responsible for all this, but we keep walking. It's all we can do. Keep one step at a time, trying to be as happy as possible on the step where we have reached so far. Question: Robert asks, my question is, if the Earth is going through this growth process and cleaning, does this mean that all solar systems will go through the same thing, at different times? Do all galaxies also go through the same process? Is this why all planets and stars are different sizes? Is the universe in a constant state of growth? Robert, your solar system as a whole is moving to the new era. Each complete cycle of the galaxy systems undergo an upgrade. All galaxies are expanding, like the known universe as a whole. This expansion is like a pulsating, after reaching a limit, will begin a downturn, when there is a strong interaction between galaxies. Question: Mayhen asks, Mythi, what you hope to gain from feeding the fears of ordinary citizens with your tales? Is it a hobby? Do you earn income? Is it the attention? Take responsibility for the words you post, and be mindful of the effects. Mayhen, I understand your point of view, because in your social consensus, no one does anything if it does not get something in return. This is the logic of the basic level, where you still are. Actually, what I do is for pleasure. I work on a task force that helps to start new colonies, in new level of frequency. We need not to be paid. We have everything we need to feel gratified in our lives and choices. I have no responsibility for answering questions, because the questioner is responsible for what he wants to know. Facts are facts. Some answers may bring bad news, but you have no way to escape the facts. If you know in advance, will be better prepared to try to experience the problems. The effects of knowledge will always be commensurate with the calmness and development of your mind, to act with wisdom inherent in who knows, and can do something about it for the good of their neighbors. Question 2 asks, So as far as your statement that the universe is thicker than specified, and that we are passing the galactic plane in 2012, you have no links or direct evidence to support those statements. You are making those statements based on your personal belief and on your own research. I'm not judging your information correct or wrong, I'm only trying to find as much data as I can. 2. The angle that you are, can only make guesses. The galaxy is not symmetrical in its thickness, and another thing, the central black hole of the Milky Way has a small angular movement in its axial rotation. The hemispheric plan of the galaxy suffers a ripple from that fact. You will be crossing the galactic equator in December 2012, want your scientists or not. If you had not destroyed 95% of the library Maya, you could have all these astronomical data to help your scientists to better understand the movements of the galaxy. Question: Anthony asks, do you have any information about the history, eventual fate and impact on our society of the people with large elongated skulls found in South America, Europe and Russia? Anthony: the Atoms are a race of Andromeda who participated actively in the development of cultures, working together with the Pleiadians here on your planet. They are tall, elongated skulls, and provide considerable aesthetic importance of his garments. They are a very clever and advanced society. For thousands of years they attended the world and defended their settlements from attacks by breeds reptilians who kidnapped sometimes entire villages to take humanoid to his planets, attempts to effect hybridization or simply to slavery. Many died and were buried here. You should look at these skulls with due respect they deserve. After all, much of your current development is due to them. Question: Yorick asks, Mythi, the device in which all community members put in their knowledge, ideas, thoughts and mental images, is this containing info from even more advanced civilizations? Can you enter it, or is too incomprehensible as for your aura or frequency? Is it able to deduce, therefore answering hypotheses, or even create your own hypotheses? Yorick, the database is accessible to us, is at level 5 and all levels below it. We cannot access information from higher levels, because they are encrypted for their system. When we needed a solution to a problem beyond our technology, there are channels that allow more advanced societies to assist us, as we shall do with you at this beginning of new era of Earth. Question: Pritham asks, I know I am not supposed to ask about safe places, but it is being said that entire Indian continent will drown in coming pole shift with its plates diving under Himalayas. Is there no one to save us? Should a country with 1.2 billion people go down just like that without any prior warning given to any people? All these information come through Zeta Talk run by Natty Leader? Should the source be trusted? Pritham, you're also one who is concerned with the matter. See, if you have to survive, we'll survive despite all predictions to the contrary. Many people can be saved in a wreck if they are prepared to face the situation. It is impossible to move 1.2 billion people to a place considered safe, you agree? Based on this fact, the only solution is to face it, fight for survival until the end with whatever is within your grasp. More than that, it is beyond your physical reach, so prepare your mind to, if necessary, be ready to integrate consciously and at peace with the aura of the planet. Thanks for watching. Join our channel. You are welcome there.